Welcome back to my Expanded Universe Chronological Review Series, and we've made it to Tales of the Jedi, Dark Lords of the Sith, issue number 5. And a lot goes down this issue, let me tell you. So we re-enter with where it left off with Ulic going to the Ketos in Empress Teta, and he's trying to infiltrate the dark side Krath organization and take them down from the inside, all for Master Arca. But he is there pretending to be on their side, which is not going to go well for him. This is his first step into a larger, darker world, as it will turn out. And so but the Katos see through his disguise at first, and they are torturing him, trying to get Jedi secrets out of him, but Ulic won't break, and they think that he's been sent there to spy on them. But while Setal is cautious and seeing through Ulic, Alima is quite smitten with him, and she tends to his wounds afterwards, and she fully trusts Ulic. I mean, he saved her life. She's enamored with handsome Ulic, right? And so Ulic uses her as a means to an end, basically. And Ulic is seducing Alima Kato here. And doing a pretty good job of it. But in this, Alima's cousin Setel is jealous, might not be the right word, but distrusting. And he views a hologram recording of what Ulic says after Arca's death, where he's like, I will take them down. And so he's like, aha! Ulic is out to get me. And so he destroys the droid for some reason. I think you'd want that as proof. But he destroys the droid that shows him that holographic message, and he's preparing. Meanwhile, Exar Kun is preparing. He's like summoned back a Masasi priest named Zigather, or it begins with a Z, and learning these Sith rituals, and he's preparing his fleet. And in the last panel of the comic, he's like, we will crush them. But meanwhile, during the rest of the comic issue, Nomi, Tot, and Kay are traveling to Empress Teta, and Nomi's like, we've got to get Ulic out. They feel like something bad's going down with them, with Ulic there, and they're worried. They're very concerned about their friend Ulic, and they're not too happy that he's there. But they're flying in to try to save him. But Nomi is captured when she goes down on the planet, and is brought to Setel and Ulic and Alima, and Setel's like, do you know this woman, Ulic? And Ulic's like, says her name, and he's like, you do know her, gotcha. But Setel's trying to get him to be like, would you approve of her public execution? And Ulic's all concerned about that, but Nomi ends up being taken back to the jail. Then she's set free because the people on Teta are like conflicting. Some don't approve of the Katos, and some do approve of them, so there's some fighting, and that leads to Nomi escaping, and she sees Ulic, and this is where Ulic could escape. He has a chance to go with his friends to freedom, but he stays because he must avenge his master, and so he says, I'm sorry, I have to stay here. Nomi has a bit where she's like, we've lost him to the darkness, which I think is a little bit early for that. I'd say there's still time. Don't give up so soon, Nomi. But she is convinced that he is lost to the darkness here, and it's quite sad. But there's a bit where Ulic is in bed with Alima, and Setel sends an assassin to kill him, plunges through the window with blasters trying to kill him, and Ulic's like, your cousin's handiwork, I'm afraid. And Ulic slices through Setel by the end of this issue, and his arm and some of his chest is gone. So Ulic puts an end to Setel's attempts to thwart his infiltration of them. But of course Setel was right. That is what Ulic's attempting to do, is infiltrate them. And he does it successfully because Alima is completely smitten with him. And so this is where this issue ends. Some important things happen this issue, and it leads us, sets us up for the finale of Tales of the Jedi, Dark Lords of the Sith. So next time, join me as I talk about issue number 6. This is a really solid issue. XR is great. I didn't talk about it, but XR has a lot of musings where he's like thinking and contemplative on everything. He's really interesting. His thoughts are super interesting to get to read about. It's very nuanced here, actually, which I didn't remember XR being so complex. But he's very interesting in all of his thoughts as he's building up this army to cripple the Jedi. And it's very well done. So I give this one a solid 8.5 out of 10. Very solid issue. Very good stuff. Absolutely love it. And really excited to get to review Tales of the Jedi issue number 6 next time. So join me then as we finish off Dark Lords of the Sith. And after that, we'll be moving on to the Sith War. But I think there's an audio drama first. But anyways, yeah. Let me know in the comments what you thought of Tales of the Jedi, Dark Lords of the Sith issue number 5. See you guys next time.